Good day. Welcome to another session with Guru Wonder. I'm your host, Gurvinder Singh. Let's talk about transforming. We're doing a lot of things in our lives, and most of this can be classified as transactional. So the question is, are we transforming or are we transacting? There are two types of people, leaders and followers. What differentiates them? Fundamentally, followers transact and leaders transform. Transformers are prime movers. As prime movers, they are the people who visualize, conceptualize, and generate the intellectual, material, and emotional energy to bring about quantum change. All others can be classified as followers or transactors. Leadership is situational. For example, one may be a great professional at work or social situation and a disaster guiding their own family. Sometimes they're effective at home, but professionally they are quite useless, unable to transform anything. So transactors are people who just undertake tasks and commit actions with little or no understanding of what they do and why, functioning in a kind of a mechanical, thoughtless way. But not to miss the point, good transactors guided by norms are essential and can be effective in running any show. They allow the routine to be handled in a routine manner. Transactors sometimes follow leaders and sometimes they follow norms, traditions, ideologies, even if they are thousands of years old, like in religion or through families or dynasties or social norms. They just follow, they just transact. And this is the world for many. A person may be an employee and merely transact, but as the head of a family or group, may be a powerful and effective transformer. Family members can also be transformers. Just because a person is in a position of seniority in an organization or even head of a family does not mean he or she will transform anything. They may only be transacting. But not to make too big a point about it, every society needs no more than 5% of transformers and 95% of transactors. We have to understand change is always initiated by the transformers, but affected by the transactors. And transformers possess an infectious self-confidence, energy, and drive. The point to note is no one is a constant transformer or a transactor. Does this mean that leaders do not transact? Sure, they do. This is an essential part of transformation, but it's a necessary small part of what they do for the transformation. Similarly, transactors can also affect some amount of transformation, but these generally tend to be minor or insignificant. I'm reminded of a quote by Charles Darwin. It is not the strongest of the species that survives, not the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change. In a changing world, in a changing environment, constantly changing environment, those who do not respond to change, that means those who do not transform themselves, are likely to perish. So it's very important to note that if a person of a transactor gets into a position of great responsibility, even as a prime minister or a president of a and they are unlikely to achieve much. It's like the speed of the locomotive determines the speed of the train. If there's no transformation and it's just rumbling around, little transformation will happen. Eventually, the country, the organization will decline and may even collapse. Sometimes, if you notice, even in a couple, one transforms and one transacts. It could be the wife, could be the woman, or could be the man. There is a myth that you should be perpetually transforming. No, perpetual transformation can be chaotic and stressful, but it need not be. Since ancient times, we have had available science and knowledge, and now management tools and techniques that to achieve transformation and yet provide satisfaction and enjoyment. A good life is one filled with transactions and times of rest, interspersed with doses of interpretation. We have to ask ourselves, am I appropriately transforming personally, socially, and professionally? If we are not transacting, if we are not transforming, all we are doing is just living, existing. Well, that brings me to the end of this video. I hope you found it useful, and I look forward to seeing you on my channel again. This is Gurvinder Singh signing off. Thank you.